Hi everyone, my name is Cindy Wagner. I had the privilege to go on a missions trip this summer to Kazakhstan with my team and I, Chris and Dawn. We went to Hope Center, got to stay with the small church there that we worked with. We were part of the kids ministry and we got to play games with them, dance with them, give them school supplies for the upcoming school year. We were a part of the soup kitchen that they do 2 days a week to deliver food, but also deliver the gospel and pray over needs. We also got to be part of a dump ministry where people live and work at the dump. We held a women's dinner. We served breakfast for dinner, American style, and we got to read Psalm 139 over them, and the women were very grateful that they were seen through God's words of how they are fearfully and wonderfully made. One of the little girls, she's 13 years old, who got to share her experience with God, and I just remember Dawn and I crying because we were just so amazed of how deep her understanding is of who God is. So Pastor Eugene took us to different places where the homeless stay, and there was one spot where it was a hole in the ground. He was asking us if we wanted to go down in the hole, and I'm like, no way. And I just remember him basically implying that if I went down, I'd get to see what their reality is, having no other choice but to live down there. And Pastor Eugene went down first, then it was me, then it was Dawn, and all three of us got to experience it. I just had more of appreciation for Pastor Eugene and the people of the church that do the work that they do. Every week, every day, they serve God and they serve the people. And I remember him telling us that there was one night that he had gone down and 19 people were staying in there. It just amazed me that, I was down there for less than 5 minutes and I was uncomfortable, and they do this all the time because they love God and because they love the people there, and they also have a chance to get to know who God is, and also get to know that God loves them. So that was my biggest takeaway, was making the decision to do something that I wasn't comfortable with a heart that was fully surrendered to Him. Despite the sadness, the gospel is still alive. Jesus is still working. In the story of these two kids who, their parents have abandoned them and neglected them, but they have a great grandmother who is wanting to take care of them. And she is a part of the church, and they are a part of the church. And so even the church being consistent and active in their lives has made a really big difference. And us being there, Chris, Dawn, and I being there, being an encouragement that, God is still working and He's still good and He is a healer. Another example, Dawn and I got to pray over a woman named Svetlana, who has been struggling with her health for a very long time. Dawn got to anoint her, we got to pray over her. It was just so amazing that on this trip, I got to ask her through Google Translate, how are you feeling today? And she responds saying, I'm good, I believed, I am healed. And so just even hearing that a miraculous healing has happened by the Lord is just, wow. Of course, God answers prayers, but I don't know if, He'll answer them now, or I don't know if, will make a difference, but even a small prayer matters. So I would love for you guys to join me in praying for the people that we've met on this trip. Please remember Kazakhstan and remember Hope Center. Pastor Eugene and his family. They would be very, very encouraged to know that you are praying for them and thinking of them.